Just feeling into my soul. It's in the feeling where you get to know yourself at the deepest level. The feeling is in the soul. The thinking is in the head. That's how you can tell where your consciousness is. Right now, I'm not thinking, I am feeling. I'm feeling what it is like to no longer have to ask the question, what would Jesus do? I'm feeling what it is like to just be even free of that, and to not feel guilty for wanting to not have that define my life. It takes courage. It takes trusting yourself. It takes trust that there is a divine spark in you that will lead you right without having to ask Jesus all the time. We are really not aware how deeply we are conditioned to culture and to biblical culture. And most of us that still consult the Bible today, I don't anymore, but a lot of people do. We're so conditioned to taking advice from the writing, from the book, because we are so afraid to make choices and decisions on our own, because we don't trust ourselves, because we believe we are flawed human beings, incapable of guiding ourselves. But all of that awareness comes from thinking yourself a separate being from God. I don't have that anymore. I have fully accepted that I am the divine spirit of Source God. That's not blasphemy. You should try it. It's an amazing way of life. Everything the Father is, you are. You are that. You're not a separate consciousness. There is only one consciousness. There's only one consciousness, and then there is unconsciousness. We share the same consciousness with every spirit, but there are many humans that are unconscious to the higher spiritual dimension. But we're all tapped in. We're all tapped in into that one source. It doesn't depend on Jesus. See, because we have personalized God and have taken Jesus as the poster child for God, for divinity, and assigned his person as the mailbox, the address for God, it makes him not accessible to everyone. You have to go around the world and preach this man and this name, even though it doesn't fit with some cultures, and we insist on changing the culture, but they leave off their spiritual practices and connection to the one consciousness, the Great Spirit, and now are diverted to this person by the name Jesus. You can't do that. You're limiting God that way. You're limiting the access to God that way. Let everyone connect to source consciousness in their own way. That way, no religion can get a corner on the God market, right? God is available to everyone who becomes conscious of their God self. See, that's why you go within. Everyone can turn within, and they don't have to pay the priest for mediation. You are the very consciousness of God and God's source walking around in a human body. And the kingdom of God and the kingdom of earth are all taking place in between this space. And it's accessible to all, but we need to tell people that it's not just Jesus and not just the name Jesus that will connect them to God. They are the God connection themselves. They just have to trust it. You just have to trust it. Trust yourself. And then you don't need another man's story or culture or history. Find out who you are. Find out who you are as God's source that wants to express in the uniqueness of your soul. It doesn't have to be biblical culture. It doesn't have to be Hebrew. It doesn't have to be Aramaic. It doesn't have to be Greek. It can be whatever you are. You make it. You are giving God a human experience. And it's unique to you and it's beautiful. So back to my point, we don't have to always define our life based on Bible or Bible culture. You can reinvent yourself in a new language, in a new way. And you don't have to feel guilty for not asking what would Jesus do, because I know that you know what you should do. You should do it according to your soul. Anyways, my dog is about to catch or run after two foxes up there on the road. Let's see if she's gonna go take him. Go get him! Get him! Go get him! Get him! You get him! You scared of the fox? You gonna go get him? Just be quiet. Don't bark at them. Just sitting there like puppies. You can't catch them, Sparky. There's three of them there. Holy schmoly. You wait. Sparky, wait. You wait. Wait. Sparky, wait. That's the mama fox. She's not going to be too happy with you approaching. There she goes. There she goes. Go get him! Well,